Hi everyone, it's John Gualtieri here with this week's Power Shot. We're going to continue our series on negotiating skills, and I just want to circle back to the things we've learned so far. Number one, you take control of the situation. You run the show from Jump Street, but the other guy can't know it, okay? Number two is you need to be patient. You need to be thoughtful. Americans are too anxious to get to the bottom line, and that is not typically a good thing in a negotiation. And the third thing to remember, and maybe the most important thing, is you do not show the other guy your hand. If you'll remember, the car dealer was asking me, what do you want for your car? And I refused to answer that question because the minute I did, my number becomes the point of reference and we're negotiating down from that number. So let's pick up where we left off. I left the car dealership. I said, hey, let me think about this. They gave me a ridiculously low offer, which I knew they would. And I said, I'll get back to you. But I knew that they were going to call me the next day. It was a Saturday morning, and I get the call. And the salesperson said to me, John, I'm just calling to take your temperature. What do you think about the offer that we gave you? I said, look, with all due respect, it's horribly low. I don't think that I'm going to move ahead here, and I wouldn't have. I don't think I'm going to move ahead here if that's the offer. He said to me, what do you want for your car? Now, if you remember, he asked me that 3 or 4 times the last time that I had spoken with him, and I said, with all due respect, I'm not going to answer that question, and quite honestly, you should remember that from the last time we had spoken. I said, you can go back and talk to your manager, whomever, and bring me another offer, but make it your highest and best. Okay. 10 minutes later, the manager calls me. And he said, this is, Manager Joe, whatever the hell his name was. And he said, I understand that you want an offer on your car, but we can't do that until we know what you want for it. And I said, okay, could you share with me why you can't do that until you know what I want for my car? Why is that? And I said, listen, with all due respect, that's not how we're going to do this. You guys come back with your highest and best offer, and we'll take it from there. And I said, look, I really don't want to discuss this anymore. I'm not trying to, be arrogant or mean-spirited. I just don't. Give me an offer. Give me another offer if you want to, and then we'll take it from there. 15 minutes later, he calls me back. And I kid you not, guys, $5,000 more than the initial offer, which was the highest price I had gotten from that car from another dealership, which was a fair number. $5,000. Think about that, in about 2 or 3 hours during the process. So what happened next? Okay, what happened next was I said, okay, it's much better than the other offer. Let me think about it. He said, what do you have to think about? I said, I have to talk to my wife. I have to mull it over. I have to run the numbers. Well, why don't you just come in and we'll do that? And I said, I'll come in, but I need to think about this. Now, in the meantime, I want you to know 3 things. I said to him, I want you to know that I will be loyal to your dealership if I want to buy a car there. I'll be loyal to your salesperson. I will return your calls. I will respond to your text messages, and I will always show up for appointments. Those things I promise to do. So today's Power Shot takeaway is when somebody is going to negotiate with us, they're going to want to move the process along, and again, we don't show our card. And if we're patient, we can, in a 2 or 3 hour period, walk away with a substantial amount of money in our pocket or in our seller's pocket that we wouldn't have otherwise. So if you know anyone who might benefit from this week's Power Shot, please pass it on. And in the meantime, get out there, chop wood, carry water, and do it like you mean it. God bless.